Me. Yeah. I got her creaming, now she scream. Arching her back like a teen. She don't get that dick, she throw a hissy fish, ought to be fiend. Maybe I should put a paddock on her wrist. She the baddest I done hit.
Okay.
Hey.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Mel.
And it's your girl Ty.
And welcome to our channel.
Welcome. Ooh, this bracelet was clinking.
Today we're just going to be doing a mukbang with just random food. Okay, we got some mussels. I got some salad.
This is
some pasta salad.
You know, a couple of tears up from a struggle meal.
This is not a struggle meal though. This is like actually good stuff. It's just some random stuff.
It is.
But we just gonna have a random conversation about eatable juice.
We are like, see, as cousins, because we
I'm
both
already
like
eating.
the same stuff. I know she just started. Oh my god.
No, we're gonna talk about dating.
Oh, okay, yo.
Dating.
Okay.
So let's just get into it.
Okay. That's lit. Okay.
So we talk about dating. I want to know because I just seen a picture of a girl proposing to a man.
Ooh, that's a good.
So what do you think about that?
Okay. What do I think? I think. Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a double standard, definitely. I think, to be honest, as much as a lot of women don't admit it nowadays, I think they would be disappointed. Like, a lot of women still look forward to, just because we're framed to think that way, since, like, you know, our generation still as kids, we were all seeing Disney movies. You want the Prince Charming, you know, that proposes to you, sweeps you off your feet. So I feel like a lot of girls still want that, even though they say, like, oh, it's okay, you know, if, like, women do it too, but I don't know.
I just don't think, I don't agree with it.
Ooh, okay, well, yeah, okay, let's talk about it. What do you think?
In the Bible, it says, what does it say? He who finds a wife. What's that saying? Do you know it?
Yeah, finds a good thing.
Yep, so
That's right.
it's not she who finds a husband. So the man is supposed to pursue the woman, I feel.
That's true. That is a good point.
But it's the woman's job to give the man something to pursue. Worth pursuing.
Ooh, she got deep. She got deep,
So,
y'all. She got deep. Oh, okay. Well.
I ain't getting on no knee.
You right.
I ain't kneeling down
right.
to
I'm not
nobody.
flipping. Ooh, yeah, I feel like it's like almost, I don't know, kind of flipping that energy a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of that.
I agree to, I feel like it's okay. If a woman wants to do it, she can do it, but I ain't finna do it. But if a woman...
Oh my gosh.
If a woman want to do it,
Yeah.
who am I to judge her? Maybe that suits their lifestyle.
Sure.
But it don't suit mine. If you don't... What is this? No. That boo-boo?
Why did she say that? Oh my god. No, it's not.
Hey, that was my plate for my pasta.
Oh. My bad.
Just put it right here.
Oh.
If I was... What was I saying? It's just not for me. I feel like it's okay for you to do that if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Everyone lives different lifestyles. Different things are suitable to different lifestyles. But ultimately, I want a man to pursue me.
I agree.
Because it shows me that he's putting in the effort.
You're right.
Any man can say yes to a woman proposing to him that's willing to take care of him.
Right.
Would you propose to Prince?
Heck no.
Exactly.
I'm already, look, he already said, it's so funny. He was like, said he's so romantic. I'm like, I need to see this romanticness, you know what I'm saying, when we balling and stuff, because he was like, you know, I already know when, like, the special place, and I'm always curious. He's like, when I do propose to you, I know when. And I also respect, because, like, he, like you said, if men are trying to, you know, they know, like, I have to better myself, you know, because, like, you know, parents be trying to, like, it's so funny, my mom is, like, acting like this is, like, Beauty and the Beast time, and she's like, you know, trying to, like, like, let's get this marriage on, you know, and then we're like, Mom, we're not ready for that
Well,
yet.
that auntie does the same thing to me, and I'm much older than you, so I'm like, people get married when they're ready.
Yeah.
So,
and
I definitely don't want to put pressure on a man, because that's when they start being like, you know.
Yep.
So,
Right.
but I get it.
You're right.
You know how auntie is. She's so.
Yeah. I love it, and I'm the same way. But
because Uncle George proposed fast. Good for Uncle George.
Man, that's heck of
But
funny.
it worked out for them.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Oh, I got a question. Okay, so what do you think? Let's change the subject a little bit. What do you think about, you know, I guess they call it, I don't like calling it shacking up, but you know, people say moving in together and stuff. You know how some people really still demonize that? Because I've read a lot of Twitter posts now. People are starting to be like, let's be real. If you just get with somebody,
I'm going to live with
marriage,
you before I marry you. I'm sorry.
See?
That's the only new school thing that, you know, I totally agree with, because you don't know somebody truly until you live with them.
That's true.
So how if you're
Even
not
though
living with
friends.
each other and they propose to you and then y'all move in and it's just, now y'all married. You can't just be like, oh, I'm breaking up. It's like now you live with each other and you're finding out that you do not want to be with this person.
Right.
So I think people should shack up.
Please?
Grandma wouldn't agree with me, but she also would love Joel.
Yeah, she would.
So
See, and that's love. That's unconditional love. But you know, you're right. Like I kind of, you know, me and my boyfriend, we basically, you know, lived together pretty much like a whole year.
I said I should have got some more of these.
Girl,
But
they
go
are
ahead.
good, aren't they? You know, like we basically live, you know what I'm saying, in college, like we literally were together because, you know, we were together a lot. So, you know, it was like we learned.
Together.
We were living together basically, like, and it was like he respected so much, but he also, like he said, he would tell me things and we learned little things that we didn't like, but we had to call each other on it, like you said. Certain things, like for people that are really bad, like for people that are like, you know, I can't get along with nobody, roommates and stuff. Imagine those type of people, right? Imagine you putting, you ain't right. Imagine you putting, you know what I'm saying, yourself in a situation where you find out somebody, you're like, oh my gosh, we are actually, you know, this person is either people that, oh, they're super dirty or, oh, like, let's see.
Right. Because that, no. You guys not living together, so you don't know how, if when you're in the dating stages, this guy, you can go to his house and he'd be like, oh, my man's so clean. But little do you know, he only cleaning up because you're coming over. But when you're not over there for a few days, it's just horrific over there. So, nah. I still value people who don't want to live with each other before marriage. Good for you. That's a good thing if you could do it. But for me, I feel like it was needed because I had an ex-boyfriend who I lived with, and it took me living with him to realize this is just not going to work out, dude. No, you horrible. He was manipulative, abusive emotionally and mentally. I would have never figured that out if we didn't live together.
Say statistically speaking, if you shack up before, you know, and they say it though.
If you shack up, you like divorce sooner or something.
Yeah, but obviously, I feel like they probably survey a lot of, you know, probably white people, not a lot of people, you know, not us, not folks like us who think like
the
us.
urban community.
Exactly. We, you know, different code of, you feel me, how they operate. So it's just kind of different, and like you said, values and stuff. So it's like, I think I don't know. It's like when you move in.
This looks so nasty, but it's so good.
Why you say it's a muscle?
But okay, this is nasty. This is me going into a sexual thing. But what's that look like?
You are so annoying. Did you really just make that joke? It does look like that.
Eating baby coochies.
She said baby coochies, y'all. She said muscles are baby coochies. Oh my gosh. What was I saying? I even forgot. Oh my gosh. We're so reckless.
No, but
I think people say, because they basically say it's not new. Like when you get married, it doesn't feel new. Like when you get.
It ain't gotta feel new. If you're happy,
right?
Y'all get that old thing back real quick. If you happy, you happy. Like a friend of mine his parents, all of us thought they were married for years because they was together for, I don't know, years, 25 years, 20 plus years. And they was never married. They waited till all their kids was grown and out the house to have the wedding that they wanted.
I heard of people doing that before. Like in the Latinx community, I heard a lot of people, or something about one of my friends at school. She like said with the DACA and stuff, like something with if they would have got married, you know, like how it is like with the some scholarships and grants and stuff, you have to wait. So basically, like their parents waited till they.
I would have never even known that.
Yeah. So yeah, like for some.
For like. Immigrants, I don't know what
yeah,
that is.
It was one of, I don't know if it was DACA. It was a program for one of the immigrant like education programs, but basically like they waited because they got the benefits after their kids. Basically, their kids weren't able to go through college for that cheap if they waited to get married until after they got older.
Makes sense. See, you gotta cheat the system.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so this is another thing, and I think about this a lot. Back in the biblical days, when people said they was married, they said they were married and took vows before God, but they never signed no paperwork.
Ooh, we can talk about that. Ooh, that's a whole video.
It's like
marriage contract, Vincenzo. We could talk about that because he, you know, researches, you know, a lot. Like when he learns stuff, you know, his morals and values and stuff, you know, he's very, you know, and he, you know, with the marriage contract, I heard that though.
Can I try some of your pasta?
Oh yeah, girl. Look, I ain't even open it yet. Help me open it, cause look. But a lot of people, or I've heard that. I know it looks good. Marriage contracts. People say when you sign a contract, you know, certain things. It's like you're tying your soul to the state. Technically, like they own you. Their marriage
like
is
you
under
govern.
to them.
It's you. You sign that contract. Now everything is the government's business.
Yep. And all
I don't really want to do it either. So I agree with him.
Hey, well, see, wow, and see, but I was like at first, you know, I was closed-minded because I was like, you can imagine me, but I didn't think of it that way. Like he broke it down. There was an article I found. I sent it to you, and it was like breaking down.
Is there like a way to be,
but
married on paper without being on paper or something?
See, and again, in our, you know, yeah, probably, yeah, I'm sure. But again, see, we're in America, like you said, we're tying it to American government and all that. Think about it, Milner. If you are, like you said, what if I'm on an island somewhere, right? And we're like, I love you, Adam and Eve type style. Let's get married. You feel me? In the garden, like. Who's to say they say, oh, you're not really married under God? God is not American government. Ooh. So you're tying you actually are signing a contract to American government. So that he opened my eyes a little bit.
Yeah,
and I was
because
like,
then you gotta pay to get married.
Because they own it. They own
like,
your marriage.
That doesn't make any sense. You gotta pay to get married. If it don't work out, you gotta pay even more money to get divorced.
That's true.
So if you married and you want the contract and it's working for you, that's good for you.
No, and the thing is though, God understands that. They know your heart. That's good. But it's just saying also like knowing that, okay.
Like I don't know.
It doesn't make you any less married if you don't.
I need to do some more research because I know that there are some benefits to being married on paper, but
certain things.
But
you can change your last name too. Like African.
I can change my last name right now. I can go change it to Joe's last name.
Exactly.
If I want to, and then have the same last name as my kids, and take a vows under God, and that'd be that.
You know, that's the interesting thing too. A lot of modern things, like you said, are not that. That's why people like, you know, justify stuff so hard, like with the government. I'm like, y'all, the government ain't like
F the government. Because they got this fool Trump in there.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, gosh.
As an ally. Like, what are you really doing for me? Like, well, I was going to say, have you ever approached a guy? But I know you haven't because you used to be horrible talking to guys.
Why did you put me on blast?
She used to be really bad.
Oh, my God.
I would never forget. Mini story time.
Oh, no.
I would never forget when we was in Vegas.
Oh, no.
We was bowling.
Oh, my gosh.
And me, I have no problem approaching a guy. So there was like a group. We was there for the basketball tournaments. How they have the basketball tournaments in Vegas for AAU and Rotary and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Every July, and we was bowling, just me and her, and there was like a group of basketball players her age, and there was some of them was cute, some of them was not, whatever. But I made conversation, and I just thought about the little short guy who was in my face.
That was trying to get on with you.
Yeah. But I went over and I just made conversation. I was like, "Oh, you suck at bowling," or something I said, and then we just conversated. And from then on, we went to the arcade, and you was playing the one dude at the dancing game and stuff. And then they tried to take us to their room.
They did?
Remember, they was like, "You guys want to
I
see
forgot
our
that
room?"
part.
Yeah, and we walked with them. But then when we got to the door, it was like, "We're not going in there." And I peeked in there and was like, "It's dirty in there."
You did say that. You're so funny for that.
But it was like a cyclone just hit the whole room. It was messy.
Boys.
But that was funny. That was funny. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I was
That
going to
was
say,
bad.
would you ever approach a guy? But at that time, I know you wouldn't. But now,
I know certain
you're
signs.
you're off the market. So,
Yeah.
like in college, did you ever approach anybody before meeting Prince?
Did I ever approach people?
Or they just
I didn't have to. I
approach
had
you?
the juice.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. But no, I'm not. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not, I was never like that. The secret to actually pulling is girl.
Boy, I